Hey, what's going on, guys? So, in the last week, there's tons of new stuff out. There's all kinds of new stuff. We've got Leviathan unlocked to level 150. We've also got a couple things that I've never made video on. We have the link boost, so you can boost your allies' stats. We'll get into that. On top of that, we also have new Crystal Nexus cores, and you can combine these cores into stronger cores. So we're going to look at that too. But first things first, the most important thing that's going on right now. Oh, and there's new Oracle buffs. We got big new Oracle buffs. And, I feel like a broken record sometime because I keep saying, these buffs are gigantic. But again, they always up the ante. And sometimes it feels like we're in like a poker tournament. And the blinds just keep going up and up and up. And the blinds are like eating away at us, at least at me anyway, because I'm not spending any money. I'm trying not to anyway on this game for a couple months. So every time these big new buffs come out that you have to spend money on, I cringe a little bit. But anyways, there is one good news. We've got the Mind Flayers are back. They're back, and one thing they're doing that's pretty cool that I really like is they're resetting the Moogle market daily for as long as the Mind Flayers are going to be here. I think they're here for another. Let's just look at it real quick. If you look at the Mind Flayers on the map, whoa, totally minimize that. If you look at the Mind Flayers on the map, they have a timer on them, so you can get a sense. Like we got 3 days, 5 hours, and what was that? 47 minutes left on these guys, and it seems like at well, depending on your time zone, it resets around like in the afternoon, in the evening. It resets, and it's been resetting every day. So we're able to reload up and stock up on the items that we've maxed out in the Moogle market. So I really like how they're doing that. And they've also been putting new stuff in the Moogle market. Like each day they've been updating this a little bit with some new stuff. So let's dive into it. Hopefully you guys all have the Moogle market. If you don't have the Moogle market, that's the most important building by far. I think it's more important than the Astral Shrine. It's more important than the Arcanium. I think it's the most important building. More important than... Oh, the Monster Farm is pretty important. But you can get a lot of the older buildings in the Guild Hall if you do the Forgotten Archives. But this is one of the most important buildings to unlock. Hopefully you guys have got it already. If you don't, that's the next one I would get when you get a building unlock. But anyways, so we can look at this new tab. If you notice, a lot of it takes the level 8, attacking the level 8 monsters to get the fabled Mind Slayer trophies. And yeah, hopefully, the problem is to attack the level 8 monsters, you have to level up your Noctis. I think it's over 220. At 220 or 220, I think at least. And in order to get them above 200, you need the Regal Noctis medals. We've seen this, though. In order to get the Regal Noctis medals, you need to have them at 220. So there's a little predicament. I think it would have been worth it. Well, if you're buying packs, I probably would have got the Regal Noctis medal pack. I've seen them with 15,000, but, until we can get the Regal medals without spending money, I'm not going to do it. So that it's a little bit of a bummer there. But anyways, if you're getting if you're attacking the level 8 monsters, you do have some better options in here. But if you're just attacking the normal level 1s like I am, there's some pretty cool stuff. You could combine them into the fabled Mind trophies, the normal trophies, but I don't know, that seems pretty costly. 10,000 for one. I think I would pass on that. We got monster shards, so if you're working on your adventures research tab, if you're trying to decrease the cost per attack on each monster, this is a pretty, monster shards are pretty awesome. Where I've been getting most of my monster shards is in the hero leveling events. They'll give you some shards, and also you get the shards by opening adventures chests. So I've got it pretty leveled up. For me, it's not worth buying them with trophies, but depending on where you're at, if you're leveling up a lot of your heroes, or you're going to, and if you have a lot of MP to use, maybe this would pay for itself at some point. Monster fragments, I think I'd pass on those completely. It seems like you have more than enough of those. Here's the first thing I got really excited about in the new tab on the Moogle market is Elite Defense Research Tomes. And until this event, I don't think we've had a way to get a lot of Elite Defense Research Tomes without spending money. So I've been stocking up on these. I'm trying to get my T8 traps. And perhaps even more important than that is getting that third monster slot. So we come over here, that's not what I meant to click. We come over here to the university and then the defense section. I'll show you guys that research again because I think it's just, it's going to be, yeah, for me, I'm super excited about this. I'm trying to get this section maxed. I want the T8 traps. I want the third monster slot. Here's the thing though, guys, it's pretty costly. I've used over 20,000 elite tomes. And you can see here, I've got them to like 15, but I really need to get troop capacity to 18. And at 18, you can get the monster slot 3. Oh, no, I lied, guys. I have to get it to 20 to get the third monster slot. But at 18, you can start getting the level 8 traps. So that's what I'm shooting for. I'm hoping in the next 3 days I can get enough of the elite defense tomes to get this. That's the goal anyway. If I can at least get the level 8 traps, that would help out quite a bit. Yeah, so let's go back to the Moogle market because there's a lot more stuff to talk about in here. Perhaps if you're not going to have enough credits, enough trophies, perhaps I wouldn't go for the Elite Defense Research Tomes because, you know, the research is okay, but until really where the bulk of the value of that is getting the T8 traps and getting the third monster slot. So if you don't think you're going to get enough tomes to do that, which is going to be over 40,000 probably over that. I don't know how much over that, but so yeah, if you don't have enough, maybe get a little bit, but there are some other really good things in here too. We got crafting scrolls back. We got gem research scrolls. So definitely, if you don't have the Paragon gem slots unlocked, I would try to do that because you get the MP Nightmare gems. If you have those equipped, you're going to get more MP for attacking monsters. Plus the Paragon Nightmare gems are good. We got Commander Hall Blueprints back. So if you need to get your Mart size up or Mercenary capacity up, there you go. Crystal Nexus Blueprints, which I'm pretty excited about this because we're going to get into the Crystal Nexus in a little bit. But at Crystal Nexus level 10, every 2 days, you can get the Uncappable hero for like 20 minutes or something. So I'm pretty excited about that because there's so many times it's like, I'm worried I'm going to get my hero captured right on this attack. If I just had a single boost every couple of days, I could do a free rally or free attack on somebody without worrying about my hero. So I'm trying to get it to 10. It takes a couple 100,000 Crystal Nexus Blueprints, probably over 150,000 to get it to level 10 from 1, but I'm going to try to do that. That's my goal. Mythic Forge, definitely get that to 13 if you haven't yet. Magitech Converter, I don't see much reason to level it up, but you know, if you want to level it up, it's not the worst time. And here we go. We got something else cool. Finally, we got Mercenary Fighting Pits. And I've been getting messages from people for months like, man, when are they going to give us Mercenary Fighting Pits back for the Moogle market? And here it is. So I definitely, for me, I got my Mercenary Pits to level 9 or 10. We'll look at that in a little bit, but at what level I have it at, it's 400,000 Mercenary Troop capacity in the hospital. And Mercenary Troop hospital capacity. So yeah, that's pretty big because if you have a couple 100,000 Guardians, you want them to fill that up. Otherwise, they could die. And I've seen so many reports of people's Guardians dying because their Mercenary hospital fills up, and then their normal hospital fills up, and then their Guardians die. And you don't want to lose your Guardians. So getting the Mercenary Fighting Pits, pretty important if you have a lot of Guardians. Monster Farm Blueprints. Proving Ground. I would definitely skip the Proving Ground Blueprints, but if you need to level up that Monster Farm, we've seen worse times to level it up. Let's keep going though. We got all kinds of different materials. Excuse me. A lot of it though, you need to attack the level 8 monsters. So that's a little bit of a bummer. You could get Haunted Gems if you have a lot of trophies. and plan on leveling up your heroes, the Haunted Gems give you more maximum MP. 1,000 level 1, that's a little costly, but, it might pay for itself if you're going to be getting a lot of MP the next couple of weeks. Probably the best thing in the market is the 50k hero MP for 17 trophies. That pays for itself and then some. 50,000 MP will give you more than 17 trophies, so definitely get that one. We got Oracle chests in here, and I got a couple of these yesterday, hoping that it drops the materials for the new Oracle boost, but I didn't get enough or any of the materials for the new boost in these chests. So it's more for doing the older buffs, which aren't too great to begin with. But, perhaps, you get 100 chests for 171. That's by far the best deal we've ever seen for the Oracle chests yet. So, definitely if you want some of those old Oracle buffs, perhaps it's worth it. We got eggs, and actually these egg deals are pretty good. 10 epic eggs for 17 trophies. There's legendary eggs. You get a single legendary egg for 3 trophies. So if you need a certain legendary monster, or if you need, you could get a bunch of the same egg and then keep hatching them and get monster food that way, and get hatching stones also. Once you already hatch the same monster, it gives you food and stones. So that's not too bad of a thing to do if you need monster food. We got hatching stones here. We've got, there's so much stuff here, guys. This is crazy. So Leviathan Empowerment Sigils level 2. So to get Leviathan above 100, you need the level 2 sigils. To get the level 2 sigils, so far I've only seen them in packs and then in the Moogle market. Attacking level 8 monsters. I heard you only get 4 per attack, and it's like 100,000 MP per attack. So, oh man, I don't know, guys. It's a little costly, but I guess you could do worse. Okay, it's back. Empire troop capacity for 1 minute. That's a little costly. Mercenary troop capacity for 1 minute. Actually, this could be okay if you've got tons of mercenary materials and you're going to hit your capacity. Might be kind of interesting. Mercenary training materials. To me, this doesn't seem... actually, this isn't too bad, right? 1-4... Yeah, it could be okay. I think the other mercenary materials in the combat section might be a better deal, but yeah, it is there. Oh, another thing that I've been maxing out, guys, down here, we've got Uncappable hero boost for 15 minutes. I've been maxing these out every day because Uncappable hero is so valuable, right? Like, keeping your hero is super important because you're going to keep more MP, more time to get MP, more time to attack monsters. You get good things attacking monsters. So 15-minute Uncappable hero, that's good for a rally or an attack. You could try to free a guildmate's hero. Boom, boom. It's not too costly. I think it was under 200. And Uncappable hero, I'll get those all day long. So that's what I've been doing. I got 5 of these. I think 5's the most you can get. If you're getting the higher grade, if you're attacking the level 8 monsters, you can get a 4-hour one, which is really good. 4-hour? Dang. And it says it's usable in any realm. I haven't tried it out. I haven't tested it out yet. Maybe I should do that before I buy any more. And VIP. Yeah. Not a bad deal. 1 token for 10, 10 billion? The thing is, you need to get to, once your VIP is at 100, you move on to the super VIP. But I think it takes like hundreds or thousands of 10 billions to get level 100. Yeah, thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands. So 999 is not going to make too much of a dent, but it will get you to the upper 90s at least. So not the worst thing. Moving on, we got discounted tab, order tributes. We got Royal Empire expansion blueprints. That's so cheap for 100. 13 trophies for 100. On my 0 to 80 account, which is my new farm account or my new alternate account I've started, I got a ton of these, and I maxed out the Moogle market, or the Moogle village. I got them to 10, and it was pretty cheap to get them to 10. You get tons of Moogle credits that way if they ever bring back the old Moogle credits again. So I've been banking on that. But yeah, also if you need... oh, wow, I'm blanking on it. If you need the Nightmare Paragon gems, perhaps you want to get some jewel mines at level 10. And that's super cheap right now to do that. Wonder Blueprints. It wouldn't hurt to max that every day if you're slowly trying to level up your Wonder. You know, it doesn't take too many credits to do that. Garrison Blueprints. We've seen better deals on the Garrison Blueprints, but not the worst deal. Advanced Combat Scrolls, they're finally kind of affordable now. They were way too overpriced in the Moogle market, so we got the discount on them. Everything else I wasn't too enthralled with. We do have the Flasks, which is used for the Arcanium research. And that's a better deal than we've seen on them too. So if you're trying to max out, you can get higher trap capacity, maxing out the Arcanium research. You know, you get some boost from that, so not the worst thing to do. Yeah, moving on, General tab. I think this is all old school stuff. We've seen all this before. You can go ahead and max out the Elemancy Hall if you haven't. One thing I should say is as you get your Citadel above Citadel 81, it starts dropping some Elemancy Hall blueprints. So you actually get quite a bit of Elemancy Hall blueprints leveling up your Citadel past 80. So if you're trying to decide like, oh, do I max out the Elemancy Hall or do I just be patient on that? I'm taking the patient route. I was going to talk about this last video. The 5-minute expansion speedups, you get 900 for 71 tokens. And it takes forever to level up your expansion. So I did get a couple of those on my other account, and I got level 20 expansions pretty quickly. And I think that's actually worth it because you're going to get the buffs quicker. You're going to start farming up the essence a lot faster too. So this isn't the worst thing to get in here. If you have your expansions already leveled up, of course it's stupid, but if you don't, it's a good deal. Iris metals, they raised the cost on those. Yeah, it was 800 for... Actually, it's the same, right? It was 800 for 5,000, or was it 800 for 10,000? Either way, it did go up a little bit, I think. Exalted Hero Research Tomes. Yeah, we've seen all this before. So, yeah, that's really it for this tab. The hero, you can get so much hero XP. Like, we basically got infinite hero XP. If you bought the hero XP last week when it was here, pretty much have infinite hero XP. Like, you can get all your heroes to 200. You know, it was pretty much costless. Moving on here, we've got Mercenary Rations, Shadow Shields. I think these are a pretty good use of your trophies. If you've already got a lot of your other stuff, like if you've already got T8 traps, this is perhaps one of the better things to get. Yeah, the Shadow Shields. Having Guardians is so important for defense these days. How many times do you think I've said so this video? Probably 150. I'm going to try not to say that anymore. Guardians, they're without a doubt the most important thing for defense. They have to get through your Guardians, and Guardians have the Shadow Shields. These Guardians have T10 troop HP around there. Same with they have the same HP as the Undying Guardians, the Shadow Guardians. It's the same HP. The benefit of the Shadow Guardians is 4 times the attack, or maybe even more than that, but a lot more attack on the Shadow Guardians, and the enemy can't see how many Shadow Guardians you have. So that's the benefit of the Shadow Shields. But you could still get the Charged Embalming Fluid for the Undying. Both are decent values. And I've been getting mostly throwing stars because 50,000 throwing stars, you get quite a bit more Shadow Stalkers with 50,000 throwing stars than you get Guardians with 50,000 Shadow Shields. So I've been focusing more on the throwing stars. They have a lot of HP, they have a lot of attack, and they're warriors. So you get all the warrior buffs, you get all the mercenary buffs, you get the crazy attack, and they're tanky. And when you're scouted or attacked, the opponent can't see how many you have. That's awesome, guys. That's awesome. So I've been getting a lot of throwing stars. And perhaps one of the better things too is there's a lot of good things in here, but the elemental power gem chests, you get a lot of them for 1 trophy. And the big thing in there is you get the elemental gems occasionally. And the elemental gems buff up your elemental troops. They're specific. The fire, there's earth ones, there's ice ones, and there is lightning ones. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of these because we did do a test on Gladio. His limit break skill works with the earth gems. So if you have a couple 100,000 earth attack from these elemental gems, from the earth elemental gems, when you use his skill, suddenly you can get over 1 million troop attack with like 7 level 7 earth gems. You're going to get 1 million troop attack, plus it's going to buff up your earth troops. So I've been getting a lot of these kind of with my spare trophies. I've been stocking up on these, and everything else I think is a little costly. Like, I'd love to get some Watchman keeps, but my goodness, 17,000. Unless you've got your multiplier max, like you get 16x trophies per attack, you're not going to be getting 10 for that. That's super costly. Gear, yeah, we've seen this before. So let's move on. I think I spent way too long on that, but yeah, we'll move on now. First thing is, let's talk about Leviathan, level 150. So, of course, we mentioned we're going to need the level 2 sigils to start powering up past 100. Oh, what do you guys think of us getting Leviathan 150 before Shiva 150? Shiva came out before Leviathan did, so why are we getting 150 Leviathan first? My thoughts are they want to buff up ice troops and mages a lot. And my guess is they want to make Shiva really, really good. So they're probably going to wait till, when they unleash her, suddenly mages and ice troops are going to be good again. Because really nobody uses mages and ice troops anymore because the buffs just aren't good. We have no good mage buffing monsters, right? There's none. We got a good cavalry one. We got Reaper Tail for warriors. No mage buffing monsters. We've got that in terms of astrals. Leviathan buffs cavalry quite a bit. Ifrit buffs warriors quite a bit. Shiva, I think, what do you get? Like 10,000 mage attack, which is minuscule compared to the others. So mages are really they're way underpowered right now. So we need that 150 Shiva unlocked. But anyways, we got the 150 Leviathan. It's here. Let's look at these buffs, because I haven't even looked at them yet. City defense troop HP, 700k. That's quite a bit more than the 84k that was the previous max. Dang. Okay. We can work with that. That'll help out. 700k cavalry attack. Okay. I can get behind that. 5 million mercenary troop capacity. We've got 1.1 million trap HP. Ooh, okay. Traps that's the most trap HP I've seen yet from a buff. We've got 525,000% cavalry armor piercing. Man, they are not letting up on these buffs. It just keeps getting better and better. HP regeneration bonus, 300%. We've got Seawall, 1.5 million Empire Defender armor bonus. Dang. What about this one? 25%. Okay, reduces a percentage of enemy astral armor, max 25%. That's not much more than the 20%. That's not they didn't buff that one up too much. Riptide. Oh, so we got new Mercenary Troop, and once you get points in this skill, you can start training them. It is Champions of Leviathan. So you can get warriors here, mages, cavalry here, and mages here with this one. And it gives them an HP bonus. Oh, wait, is that right? Yeah, 8 Champions of Leviathan HP bonus. This one's probably the attack bonus for them. And this one's the armor bonus. And those are big numbers. 2 million armor bonus for the Champions of Leviathan. Yeah, so those troops are going to be epic. I don't know the stats on those, if they're a T10 or how good those troops are, or even how we get the mercenary materials for them. But they're definitely going to be pretty pretty awesome. I mean, dang, if you get the Leviathan at 150 and you have a bunch of those troops, that's a pretty cool combo. And we got this. We've got multipliers Leviathan's total attack while attacking the crystal, and Leviathan's total armor while defending your empire. So this skill is going to buff you attacking the crystal and for defense. Both are valuable, and it's a multiplier. So, interesting. So if you've got 1,000,000 armor, it would multiply that by 7%, I guess. So then you'd have 1,070,000 armor. I think that's how it would work. If so, that's pretty cool. Defense armor multiplier. I wonder if it just buffs your city defense. It probably doesn't buff your normal armor. It probably just buffs the city defense specific armor. So if you have gear with the city defense, if you've got the city defense research, all that, it probably just multiplies that. The city defense armor gems too. Anyways, Leviathan, we're definitely going to want to get him to 150. Hopefully we can get the level 2 sigils soon. Yes, please give us free-to-play players and us grinders a way to get the level 2 sigils. That would be epic. Please do that, Machine Zone, if you're listening. Moving on, Crystal Nexus. So a couple things here. They unlocked a second, they give us the option to unlock a second crystal core. So we can now have 2 boosts active at the same time. We got a ton of new buffs. We've got refined cores, we've got crimson cores, we've got, I mean, you name it. There's just an infinite amount of cores now. They introduced it in a couple batches where some aren't that great, but some of them are pretty good. Like 100. We've got, yeah, I mean, a lot of them are pretty good. And you can refine the cores. So you can see here, refined core. You can level them up. So as you leveled up, you're going to get quite a bit bigger buffs. So this must be the level 1. You can see 37, 79, 62. Oh wait, unstoppable core. Yeah, okay, yeah. So as we move this way, the buffs get bigger. 125, 159, 74, where this is going to be the biggest. The legendary, the level 9, 2 million, 2.5 million, 1.1 million cripple HP. So getting these cores leveled up, dang, you get some pretty sick buffs that way. Like, if you have this core active when you attack somebody, that's gonna, dang. Okay, so now here's the thing, guys. How do we get these cores? How do we level them up? How you level them up is in the armory. If you go to the combined section, you can see we now have crystal core tab here, and you can only level up some cores. Like a lot of the older cores, you can see they max at level 1. But once you get to the Crimson Onslaughts, and if it says level 1 here, you can level those up. So if it says level 1 in their description, those are the ones you can combine and get the better core. So yeah, of course, leveling them up is going to be pretty important. I think I'm going to save my cores until I can get them leveled up quite a bit. Like, you want to get them, we want those level 3, level 4, level 5 cores for the big value on them. But I've yet to see a really good way to get a lot of cores. I've seen some event drops for them. But if you guys know a good way to get the cores, hook me up, because I haven't found that way yet. Yeah, so Leviathan 150, Crystal Nexus cores. And there's some good ones. I'm not going to go through them all. You guys can do that. But, you know, of course, leveling those up going to be pretty valuable in the future, for sure. But that's not all. They gave us another thing here. We got a whole host of new really big buffs. A whole host of them. And some of these are big, guys. So we got Guardian HP or Mercenary Troop HP, 635,000. That's going to help your Guardians out quite a bit. But you need the Primal Sunstone. I'm not sure where to get some of these materials yet. Probably in packs. You probably have to buy it. And that's a buttload of Oracle Dust. My goodness. But dang, look at that. 635. Ooh, that's pretty good. 600k Mercenary Attack. I think, and there's 4 different ones. So if you get all 4, yeah, you're gonna be stacked up quite a bit. We've got, I think these are elemental. Mage attack. So there's something to make your mages a little better. The big ones, though, in my opinion, the armor, the HP, and the attack. The troop armor one is 1.2 million. The troop HP one is 525,000. Dang, that's a lot of troop HP for a single Oracle. Remember when it was like tough to get 500% troop HP? Now you can get 500k in one Oracle buff. There's a lot of them. Again, I won't go through all these, but I really like the troop. This works for Guardians, it works for Mercenary Troops, it works for normal troops. This works for all your troops, these three. So I think these are the best. Here's the thing, and this is one of the problems that I have with this game right now, guys. And I'm curious if you guys have the same problem, but with all these new things they're adding, it's so tough to tell how strong people are. Like, it's almost impossible to tell if somebody has 2 million troop armor and a million troop attack if they have 10 million troop armor and 10 million attack, which I think is totally feasible now. Like, people have over 10 million attack with the right combination of stuff. And there's no way to tell exactly how good their attack is because there's so many things like hidden buffs that you can't see when you scout somebody. You can't see, especially if they have anti-scout, you can't see just by looking at their power, their empire. You can't tell if somebody has Iris. And if they have Iris, their Noctis is going to give them troop HP. Their Cindy's Trap's going to be stronger. Like, it's so tough to tell how strong people are. And, just as an example, like, let me look at some accounts and let's try to guess how strong they are. I bet we can't do it. Okay, so let's find like a Citadel 80. Okay, let's just check out Admiral here. Admiral's a good guy. He's a friend in my guild. Now, looking at this guy's account, how I would try to gauge how strong he is I would first look at the Citadel level and the power. And 15 billion power. Here's the thing though, guys. There's so many ways to be a lot stronger that don't add to your power anymore. So we can look at the profile. We can see he's got 111 VIP, which is good. So we can kind of gauge how much attack he's getting from his VIP. We can look at his heroes and his gear. And a 199 Cindy. So we don't know if he has Iris. If he has Iris, his trap HP, attacking with Cindy is going to be insane. When out of his empire. We don't know if he's got Iris. Suddenly he could have a whole host of things. Like he could have the nullification of elements, elemental troops. He's going to have a crazy hospital capacity. All that we have no idea of. There's no way to tell unless you can you just have to remember, figure out, eventually you'll see him attack with Iris, and then you can mark him on your list of people who have Iris. But there's so many things. He could have all the Oracle buffs, and there is a way to see if somebody has the Oracle buffs if you get surviving troops when attacking them. But you have to attack them and have surviving troops, and by then it's too late. All your troops, by then it's too late to know that they have the Oracle, the million troop armor, the 500,000 troop HP. It's too late by the time you get a battle report. Or you're probably not going to get the battle report if they have those. You can see if somebody has the cores, so that's nice. But you can't see if they have what gems they have. You can't tell if somebody's got. You can get over 1 million attack, 1 million armor from your gems. You can't tell if they have level 10 gems or if they have level 20 gems. We need a way, like a scout, or a way to tell what gems somebody has. We need a way to tell what Oracle buffs somebody has. Even if it's a scout. And I know anti-scout is probably one of the more valuable things these days because we don't know if this guy might have 50 million troops to have 15 billion power. He might have 400 billion troops. And there's no way to tell. Like, power, most people's power comes from their heroes, right? So we can assume he's got most of his heroes at near 200 if he's got 15 billion power, but that's really all we can assume. We don't know. We're not going to be able to tell what Astral he has, what level his Astral is, until we can get a battle report, right? And by then it's too late. Like, you need to know a lot of this stuff before you attack people. So yeah, I've got a little bit of problem. Like, it's so tough these days to tell how strong somebody is. All you can see is their hero they have equipped, their gear, their power, and their Citadel level. At least we can tell by looking at his Citadel that he doesn't, if we were to attack him, he doesn't have the all the building buffs that you get past level 80. But that's all we can tell. So yeah, that's my biggest problem right now with the game is it's just so tough to tell. I attacked a 10 billion power account and the guy was a beast. I had no idea. I got my hero captured. You just can't tell. Other 10 billion powers don't even have any troops and their accounts zeroed. So, and you just can't tell this stuff. Hopefully they give us a way. Maybe once we level up the watchtower, it'd be cool if we could see different things, or even if there was a way to see certain things through the anti-scout. Like, anti-scout, I think it's a little overpowered right now. What if it just hides what troops somebody has? Then maybe we could still see some buffs or something. I don't know, just a couple ideas I'm throwing out there. Maybe that's worse than what we have now, but I'd like to see some way to tell how strong somebody is. Because right now, the power doesn't mean much. The Citadel level helps somewhat, and you can only see one hero at a time. What if we could see their other heroes or their mastery skills? All this stuff I want to see. So I don't know. Maybe they'll throw that at us at some point. Maybe not. Maybe we're just going to have to just be extra careful when we attack people. I did forget to mention we have this link boost thing out. And so you can buff up your allies. And you can increase their building speed. You can increase their research speed. I think certain different attack attributes you can boost and buff up. The problem is every time you do this link boost, you first need to unlock it. And then you're going to need the cores or whatever materials to actually use the boost. So I don't think it's the best thing right now to unlock, just because there's too much uncertainty and we don't even know how good the buffs are. I have been unable to see any of the link boost buff stats. If anybody knows them, hook me up in the comments. I'd be really curious to know how good the buffs are for the link boost. If the buffs are really good, then that helps out. But I wouldn't recommend unlocking something unless you can at least see the buffs and see how much you can use the buffs. Because it's possible you can unlock this link boost and then only get the materials for 2 boosts, and then you're done and it's useless until they give us a way to farm the materials. So I'm sitting tight on that. Just waiting it out. Maybe they'll give us a way to farm the materials and make it a little more valuable. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I rambled on for quite a while, and yeah, hope you guys are doing good. Nice. Take it easy, guys.